Okay, we'll get started now. My name is Christine Andrews. Oh, you want to do the hand thing? No, we don't need to do that. I'm the proud mother of the artist. And I have the honor of introducing her. I'm sure by now most of you have seen the pictures out in the hallway. And hopefully you've had a look at the book too, because there wasn't room to blow up all of the pictures and have them here. So all of the families are in the book. HSC is a proud supporter of this project, and it's partially funded by the Stay Strong program and partially funded by Mom.
Big hand to Mom.
Yay for Mom. That's what mothers do. They help their kids' dreams come true, right?
Best mom award.
Agreed.
That's what we tell them all their life, so.
Yeah.
Here today to tell us about her experiences in creating and carrying out this project, please welcome Megan Andrews.
Hello, everybody. Can you guys hear me okay in the back? Okay. Hello, everybody, and thanks, Jim. Thank you so much for coming out to this year's conference. It's so good to see everybody in Winnipeg again. And for the families I photographed, you know, it's great to see you all here, for those of you who I did photograph. So first I think I'll start by talking about my struggles with HD, my own personal struggles, and then of course I'll talk about the project and how that kind of came to life. So my love of photography definitely started at a very young age. I had this high school elective and just always loved like being in the dark room and developing pictures and taking photos of my mom and other family members, unwillingly of course. And you know, I just loved, you know, creating and showcasing people's personalities and, you know, documenting my travels. I just loved taking pictures. So eventually that, you know, led me to become a freelance photographer. And now, you know, I own my tongue-tied. I own my own company now, so you know, that's an amazing thing. So my father, he actually passed away from HD in 2004. And it was, you know, always very hard for me to watch him struggle. His personal struggle was harder because he was very much in denial about his disease. You know, he was very negative, and he was very aggressive as well, and he was kind of passed around from home to home. And eventually he did find like a really good long-term care facility, which is great. But you know, his symptoms got worse and worse, and you know, like he could, at the end, he can walk or talk or feed himself. So it was always very hard for me and my mom to watch him. And after he passed away, I myself got tested in 2006, and I was gene positive, you know, which was very hard for me at first to find those results. You know, it's always, for those who do have HD, you know how it goes. It's not very easy at first, you know, but eventually like friends and family helped me get through it. And you know, through the support of people here, and people in the Toronto chapter where I'm from, you know, it's you just get through it eventually. And I kind of was like, you know, I need to return my results into something positive. So shortly after I got diagnosed, I started volunteering with the Toronto chapter of Huntington's disease, and you know, I quickly became their resident photographer, event planner, and now the vice president of my chapter. So I really couldn't shake the feeling that I wasn't doing enough for HD on like a larger scale. You know, when I was thinking how I could use my photography talents to kind of, you know, help people with HD and how to create more awareness. So with this in mind, I thought about this and thought about it. and thought that by documenting families, I could, and with Huntington's, I could definitely bring awareness to the disease, and I could also illustrate how disease affects not only the patient but the family as a whole. Hey guys. Hi, welcome. So this idea actually came to me a few years ago, and then one day when I was driving in my car, I thought, kind of just dawned on me. I was just driving and I was like, why not do this now? I'm just so elated that I decided to go through with this because, I found this whole experience to be an incredibly healing one. Just seeing the positivity with all the families and all the support, it was really an incredible feeling. And I constantly find myself thinking, if others can do it with a smile on your face, then so can I. It truly is inspiring.
I can just park her.
Oh yeah. Here, we'll just. So after I decided to go through this with this endeavor last year, I contacted head office in Kitchener and of course told them about my idea, and they of course just jumped on it right away and thought it was a great idea. So they kind of meticulously went through and emailed the individual families that were interested, and of course went from there, and we got some great families that were interested of course. And I'm really glad that I ended up doing the Cross Canada journey because I ended up meeting some great families that way. And of course, I wanted to include a lot of the Toronto families as well because I volunteered alongside of them for so long and they felt like family to me. So of course last summer I photographed a couple of families in Toronto, Alan and Jim. You're amazing. They founded the Gems Walk of Toronto, and they really reinvigorated the Toronto chapter, and they're an amazing couple. And they're not here today, but I also photographed Tanya and Jason. Her family has a big struggle with having kids, and they've tried IVF a couple times, but it's been unsuccessful. But now they're having a baby, so that's exciting, and doesn't have HD, so that's happy ending. So then exactly a year ago, I drove to my first cross-country stop, Winnipeg. Where 4 families were waiting for me, all very kind and supportive of each other. There was, of course, Ellen and Vern. Are they here? No. No. Ellen and Vern are an amazing couple, and they're just amazing people. They gave us our Halloween costumes last night.
Met us at the airport.
Yeah, so many things. And I believe they founded the Winnipeg chapter, I believe. Didn't they? Yeah. Amongst other things. They're like a dynamic duo for sure. And of course there was Kelly, Sherry, and Max, who just loved to play baseball and loved being active. And Art and Brenda. Oh, they're not here today. Who love music and they just love the guitar. And who can forget Lisa and Dan? I'll always remember Dan's give me my Timmy so nobody gets hurt shirt. You guys have the best sense of humor, and your family is so kind and supportive. It's really great to see Dan being taken care of. Then once January came, I headed out west again, and this time I flew to Calgary, where there were 2 families waiting for me. There was Cass, also known as Team Cass. Where are the girls? Oh yeah. AKA my new family. My new adoptive family. And obviously they're an amazing family, and they have so much fun together, and they have all the support Cass could ever want or need, and Libby too. Libby. And of course, Where did I got lost here, man. Oh yes, and of course there was Arlene and Lisa, who were also in Calgary. Arlene founded the Hope Walk. What year? 2009 was it? 2009, and in honor of their father, and Lisa as well. And you guys have an amazing family as well. And then I also, on that same trip, I also flew out to Vancouver, where I met Michelle and 2 other families on the island. There was Leanne, who couldn't be here today. She's amazing, again, has an amazing support system. She's 28 years old, and she's in advanced stages of Huntington's disease, and again, has all the help and support she could ever want. And then there was Angela and Roz as well. And then my mom and I waited for the snow to melt before going out to East this time in June. This time we went to PEI and met an incredible family there. There was, of course, Milton, Danny, and Krista. Hey guys. And they're adorable kids who are like so smart and so talented. And of course Milton, who loved antique cars. And that was a lot of fun. We had a great time together. And then the last family I photographed there was Alex as well, who couldn't be here. And then I headed home, finishing up my massive cross-country journey. Once I returned home, I had my last photo shoot with Michelle. She had just moved back from BC and was living in Crediton, Ontario, on a family farm where she grew up. And she had all the support and love she could ever want. And she's just really happy there. I could tell, like, from BC to she belonged in Crediton for sure, with her family. And if you guys haven't actually read any of the family stories yet, they're all kind of in the hallway scattered. And I really encourage you to do so because, you know, they all have individual stories and, you know, their effect on Huntington's is all different. So I really encourage you to read the stories out in the hall. It definitely feels amazing to be back in Winnipeg, where it all started, exactly a year ago, even to the same month. It just confirms that it all worked out as it should have. After the conference is over, I'm planning on having a gallery show in Toronto from November 8th to the 15th in 2015 in Toronto. And of course, you're all invited to come out to Toronto and see my show. It would be great to see you all there again. And before I just wrap up, I just wanted to say a quick thanks to everybody. So of course, is Sally or Devin here? Where are they? No? I'll just say thank you anyways. So thank you so much to Sally and Devin and everybody at head office, and Bev, of course, for all the support from them. I couldn't have done it without them, and of course all the volunteers here today that helped me set up everything and take everything down in the Winnipeg chapter. Thank you so much for helping us. And of course, a massive thank you to my mom for always supporting my insane dreams. I just always have a dream and she always makes it a reality. This project, this project couldn't have happened without her, literally. We went on so many road trips together. Winnipeg twice now. And Nova Scotia, PEI, New Brunswick, countless other places, and she supported me through this entire endeavor. And I wouldn't have changed a thing. I'm so glad we did it together. And lastly, I just wanted to say the biggest thanks of all to all the families who participated in this journey with me, and for really putting your story out there. Thank you does not begin to sum up how I feel, really. It took a lot of courage to do that. I poured my heart and soul into this project, because every spare moment I had, because I truly believe in this project and what it can do to bring awareness to HD. I have poured so much energy into it because I feel a deep connection with all of you. Feels like you're part of my family now. With all that being said, I think I did my absolute best to give a voice to HD and to start a dialogue amongst those who are unaware of the disease. Thank you. Yes.
Can I say a few things?
No.
Assuming I don't tear up. As someone who claims to be a photographer, it's really important that people know what masterpieces you have created.
Thank you.
You already know how I felt about that particular picture. And as I watched the slideshow go through, I kept thinking, oh my goodness, that is a wonderful photograph.
Thank you.
I mean, I can think of several, almost every single example. And so people need to know that these aren't just pictures. I mean, it's obvious, people can tell that themselves, but I mean, these are extraordinary photographs that communicate something, and that is so important. If a photograph and a print can communicate an emotion or start a narration, then it's really something very special. And I think the book is an extraordinary thing. I'm going to order a couple copies from Blur. Because I can just get it. But it's just really lovely, lovely, lovely.
Well, that's good. That's all I ever wanted, really.